Is New York City about to explode?
It's not about to explode. Well, it could explode from lots of other things, but it won't explode unless this pipeline comes in. This is a pipeline coming into the west side of Manhattan. That's a sanitation pier at Gansevoort Street, just below 14th Street. This is a 30-inch gas pipeline, so it's like the size of a cafe table, and it's coming in at the force of a fire hose. A pipeline this pressure and this size blew up in San Bruno last September and blew a crater 4 stories deep. This will carry Marcellus shale gas. So this is going to be carrying gas that might be radioactive, that's full of toxins, that's creating extraction problems in Pennsylvania, and that could create extraction problems in upstate New York. So Mayor Bloomberg has come out saying he thinks fracking is too dangerous for our watershed, at the same time that he's proposing that we convert the entire city to natural gas. He wants to convert the buses, the boilers, and the power plants to natural gas. At the same time, he acknowledges how dangerous fracking is. So it's a very conflicted policy.
Okay, so even the gas that's coming through the pipeline, it may have some of the radioactive materials from the extraction process of the shale.
It hasn't been proven or disproven, but they have proven that Marcellus shale gas is radioactive when it comes out of the ground. And they've proven that this radon has a half-life of 3.8 days. It's very, very likely that the gas will make its way to New York before 3.8 days is over, and that's the half-life. So there is a real possibility that it could come out of people's stoves radioactive. And you know, this would take studying, but if there's even a possibility of that happening, why would you even conceive of bringing this to New York?
And right now, that bus is, I think, supposed to be running on natural gas. Right?
It very well could be. It very well could be. And it could be running on biodiesel.
Or it could be 100% electric.
Or it could be 100% electric. I mean, there's a lot of solutions, and Mayor Bloomberg is doing major sustainability efforts. Ow. I mean, he is doing fantastic things. He's got river turbines in the works. He is promoting sustainable energy. They just passed a resolution to allow solar panels on rooftops. So he's doing good things. It's just the gas that he's dead wrong on. We don't need the gas. We don't want the gas. The gas is dangerous and it should be stopped. This pipeline should never be coming into the West Village of New York City.
Okay. So the one thing that people keep asking me is, oh, so how much time? Because I think what they're saying is, oh, can I get involved later? So,
no,
right?
No, this is it. This pipeline, we're waiting for the environmental impact statement to come out. So the time is right now. We want to be getting petition signatures. We want to be sending comments into the federal agency that's overseeing this. And the EIS, environmental impact statement, should come out in about a month. When that comes out, we want to jump all over this. We want a huge reaction. We want media coverage. We want people to be pissed.
And about a month is June, right?
It'll be like the end of May. Yeah, the end of this month, June. Now, what's tricky is FERC doesn't have to tell us a date. They don't have to tell us when. But when it's issued, we only have 45 days to comment on this very technical document.
So even if it's supposed to be built in 2012 or something, it's really, right now, is when they're going to make the decision about it.
They had intended to start building it this year in 2011. Because of our efforts, the process of approval is being slowed down. We want to slow it down and stop it completely. We want to stop this pipeline. There's no reason for this pipeline to come into New York.
That's another thing. So the FERC is a federal energy commission, so does it make any sense to go to our local politicians? Do they have any say in what's going on?
Well, this pipeline is coming in at the behest of Mayor Bloomberg, so it certainly does have something to do with local officials. The mayor of Jersey City is in great opposition to this. He signed on as an intervener against the pipeline.
Just as I mean, he signed on as an intervener, but we had the opportunity of signing on as interveners. Is he a superior intervener than us?
He's not a superior intervener. I would say he's a more high-profile intervener. We had several high-profile interveners. Councilmember Gennaro was also a high-profile intervener.
Does that make a difference that they're...
It does make a difference because Councilman Gennaro is the head of the environmental committee for the city council, and he and Christine Quinn, who is also an intervener, are really great supporters of our cause. They really don't want fracking, so it really does make a difference that people like them, Josh Fox, Mark Ruffalo, some very, people who are well-known and it gets fracking, have made the connection between fracking and the pipeline. That's what's important. This pipeline is bringing Marcellus gas and encouraging fracking. The other thing is if they get this pipeline goes through Bayonne, Linden, Staten Island. It goes through our port area. If they get a pipeline near our port area, it's inevitable that they will create an LNG export terminal. And if we have an LNG export terminal in our harbor, there's no stopping it. It's like, then the demand to frack all over the Marcellus is going to be huge.
Exactly. Right. Well, another thing that people keep saying to me is like, can't we just focus on banning fracking in New York State and then they won't build the pipeline?
We need to do everything at once. We need to hit them from all sides. It's like whatever works. We need to do town-by-town bans. We need to get the state legislature to ban fracking. You know, we need to hit them from all sides. We need to attack the infrastructure. Why are we going to pay all this money to build infrastructure for gas that's going to run out in 10 or 20 years?
It seemed like there was a lot of awesome organizing in Jersey City around the pipeline already. So apparently, is there a blast radius in Jersey City?
There's a more direct blast radius in Jersey City because the pipeline runs the entire length of the Jersey coast.
So the entire
It runs right under Jersey City, and it crosses the Hudson. It goes under the Hudson, right at the border of Jersey City and Hoboken. Really very, very close to the PATH station.
Oh yeah.
It goes by nursery schools, hospitals. It also crosses near industrial chemical plants. So imagine the pipeline blowing up, then blowing up the chemical plants, and that's just across the river. You know, that's just going to waft all over us, over Brooklyn, over Staten Island. You know, so Jersey City is more directly in danger than we are.
That also means a lot of construction all throughout Jersey City, right? I mean, it seems pretty substantial.
The construction could be disruptive, you know, and it's not that it won't have any impacts because, you know, obviously you see what the 2nd Avenue subway is doing to businesses on 2nd Avenue.
They're making the 2nd Avenue subway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's digging a hole at 2nd Avenue. You know, any big construction project has an impact. I'm less concerned with the disruption. Let me put it this way, if that amount of disruption brought solar power to New York, I would be like all for it. Okay? You know, it's like, and honestly, bringing solar power to New York would have none of that disruption. We could just rack the facades of all these buildings with solar panels. We could have solar panels on the roofs. You know?
But doesn't it take some sort of, don't you have to employ people to do something like that?
Yeah, wouldn't it be great to have green jobs?
Do you want to plug the Sane Energy Project?
I do want to plug the Sane Energy Project. Sane Energy Project is a coalition of volunteers from United for Action, Sierra Club, Sea Dog, No Gas Pipeline, Damascus Citizens, NYH2O. We came together in January to try and stop this pipeline. We're all volunteers. We'd love to have more volunteers. You can find us on Facebook, Sane Energy Project on Facebook. You can also go to unitedforaction.org, their website, and that has a whole slew of information. And we are, probably by next week, we'll have a website of our own.